to another episode of RuneScape. In this one, we are going to be doing the Rune Mysteries quest, which is part of the Wizard's Tower. So it is going to be at the Wizard Tower, so please click on our map here. You're already at the Wizard Tower, so as you can see, it's going to be located right here. Our quest starting point is going to be this one. It is just south of the Draenor Lodestone. If you just take the road directly south, you will end up right where you need to be. Alright, so let's take a look at Rune Mysteries. So with this one, our starting point is we need to talk to Ariane in the lobby of the Wizard's Tower, south of Draenor Village, like I said. This one is going to be a 5th Age quest, and this one isn't a series quest, so we won't be able to do it as a non-member, but once we do get to member, there are actually multiple quests that kind of go along with it, which is pretty cool because it gives you like a little bit of a story. Something I like about the quests, how they give you story. Unfortunately, a lot of them, like as you get higher up, require other quests to do, so it's like you can't really follow the story directly, but you can follow it indirectly if you remember the original quests. So it's still pretty cool. I still like it. This one is voice activated, so once again, you guys do not have to hear me as often. She does speak for herself in this one, so I don't have to make some girl voice and make a fool of myself. We have no requirements, and the required items, we have none as well. There is no combat. It is a novice difficulty, and it's medium to long, so this may be one of my longer videos. I do know you guys got to let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see the full quest in just one episode or not, because some quests are going to be really long where it takes like an hour plus to do them. So would you rather I break them up into multiple videos or just do it in a single video, just so that way it's just a one and done kind of thing? So let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. So let's just jump right into it. So we're going to head right over here. Sorry, I really like what she was doing, so I wanted to stand next to her when I started. All right, and then right here we have Ariane, so let's just talk to her.
Velina, the tower is in danger. I need to speak to Archmage Cedrador.
I'm sorry, Ariane. The Archmage was clear. Maybe if you told me why, I could pass on a message.
I can't explain. Listen, if the Archmage can't see me, perhaps I could speak to Wizard Eleron.
I'm sorry, Ariane. You are barred from entering the tower for any reason.
What's happening here?
This is none of your business, outsider.
No, wait, I recognize you. You're the adventurer Xenia mentioned. Will you help me again?
What can I do to help?
Could you take a message to Archmage Cedrador for me? Depending on how he reacts, I may need your help with other things.
All right, let's accept the quest.
Just go to Archmage Cedrador and... Wait, no. Too late. There's something happening.
Oh! Help! Do something! Get that thing away from me!
Come on. My message can wait. Let's see what's happening. Cast airstrike at the Vortex. Draw it into the power beam. Grab Boren's Mind Spike if you need one. He's dropped it next to him.
Wearing magic armor will improve your chance to hit the Vortex. I know how to cast airstrike. Come on. What's going on?
I'll try to explain later. Right now, you need to deal with the Vortex.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine. It's a disabling ward, but it stops me using magic, so you'll have to deal...
With the Vortex. Sorry, I cut that off short too quickly. What's going on?
I'll try to explain later. Right now, you need to deal with the Vortex.
Okay, I'll deal with this. Alright, so she said just cast airstrike on it and draw it into the power beam, so I'm guessing if we're jumping all over the place. What the heck? Here we go. Take it just to take it. No, I don't need it. 260, 160, that's the same. One over here. Attack. Come this way, my pretty. Into the power beam you go. The wraith is attracted to your magic. Wait. Oh, over here. Come on, Wraith. Get in.
Thanks, adventurer. Talk to me again outside the tower if you still want to help.
You know what? after that, I decided not to help anymore. I think I'm just going to leave now. I'm just kidding.
I can't believe Cedrador would set up a ward to keep me out. I didn't realize he saw me as that dangerous.
What was that thing in the library?
That's what I want to find out. I know the tower is in danger, but I don't know the details.
How do you know the tower is in danger?
I'm a seer. I have premonitions sometimes. Flashes of information. Emotional impressions, nothing precise. Lately, I've been having visions of the tower in flames. But I don't know any details and I can't prove anything. I came here to investigate, and now I find I can't get into the building.
It sounds like you don't like these premonitions.
People talk about wizards having a gift for magic, but the first thing you're told when you join the wizard's tower is that it's not true. Magic isn't handed down by gods or random chance. Anyone can learn it if they put in the effort, but being a seer runs in families. It's not something I worked for. When I told the other wizards about it, they resented me. I tried to use my magic to understand and control my ability. My goal was to integrate it into magical theory so I could teach it to other wizards. But I ended up being expelled from the tower.
Why aren't you allowed in the tower?
There are schools of magic besides the tower's standard spellbook. I used a forbidden source of information when I was trying to understand my premonitions.
What do you want me to do?
I need you to go into the tower for me. Talk to the wizards and find out what's happening in there. Archmage Cedrador is the head of the tower, so you should talk to him. I think Wizard Eleron might help as well. He was my mentor while I was there. You should talk to the other wizards as well. Ask if they've seen anything unusual lately. One of them must have seen something that'll help us.
I'll get on it. Alright, so first time I did this quest, I talked to everyone. And let me tell you, that takes a serious amount of time. So to save us all some time, we are not going to do that. And we're going to go talk to the people that we actually need to talk to. So the first one is going to be the Archmage Cedrador.
Welcome, adventurer, to the world-renowned Wizard's Tower. How can I help you?
Ariane says the tower is in danger.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Wizard Valina told me she was here. You can tell Ariane that her concerns have been noted. I'm preparing to deal with the anomalies in the power beam, so there's no cause for concern.
Don't you believe her?
I concede that there is some evidence that she has premonitions, but unless she can give me more specific information, there's really nothing I can do.
Why won't you let Ariane into the tower?
You know what she did, don't you?
She said she used a forbidden source of information.
Wizard Ariane was our most promising student. She could have been Archmage someday. I overlooked her gallivanting off as an adventurer. Everyone's reckless in their youth. But I can't allow a demon worshipper in the tower. The tower has had strict rules against Zamarakian wizards for the last 100 years, and I have to apply that, even to her.
What are you going to do?
I'm preparing an Icenic purge. It'll send a surge of energy through the power beam, which should overpower whatever creatures have managed to enter it.
Nothing, thanks. I'm just looking around. Ariane might be interested to hear about Archmage Cedrador's plan. Alright, the next person we have is going to be Wizard Eleron. This was her mentor, so he might be able to help us, possibly.
What can I do for you on this glorious day, adventurer?
Ariane says the tower is in danger.
Are her premonitions still troubling her? I feared as much. Please let her know that I take her seriously, even if no one else does. I will do everything I can to convince Archmage Cedrador to take action.
You know about her premonitions?
When I took Ariane on as my apprentice, she asked me to help her suppress her premonitions. She didn't want to stand out because of a natural gift. She wanted to stand out, if at all, by the work she put in. I told her that that was admirable, but it would be wrong to turn down an advantage the gods had given her. I helped her to harness her gift, to refine it, and to zamorak with what the other wizards thought. With hindsight, it shouldn't have surprised me when Cedridor expelled her just for using every source of knowledge at her disposal.
Ariane might be pleased to hear that Wizard Elrond is still on her side. Like you got nothing else, so I believe we got one more person we need to come talk to. Wizard Railborn.
Hello, young thingamy-what?
Have you seen anything unusual lately?
I've seen them in the power beam, you know. Thingamy-what?
Thingamywhats?
What? No, not thingamy-whats. Don't be ridiculous. They wouldn't fit. It was a sort of swirly, sparkly thing.
Was in the power beam?
I like to look at the power beam sometimes. There are so many things we see every day, but never look at, aren't there? Or look at every day, but never see. I see things in there. Thingamywhats. No one else sees them. They think I'm mad.
Where do these things come from?
Didn't you know? This tower was built on the ruins of an old tower. That's where it came from, the swirly thing. I saw it come up through the floor of the library.
Ariane might be interested by Wizard Talborn's information. Alright, so that should be everything. Take a look here and well, we'll just head down to the bottom and go talk to Ariane and see if that is enough. Sometimes it takes me a couple times talking to them because there's like a little hidden message somewhere in here that I miss.
Have you learned anything from the wizards in the tower?
I've spoken to some of the wizards.
So what did you learn?
Archmage Cedridor said he's preparing an Icenic purge.
What he means is he's going to flood the tower with magic without knowing what he's dealing with. It might work, but I want to be sure. We should find out more.
Archmage Cedridor said you're a demon worshipper.
I spoke to the demon, spoke to it, but there's no middle ground with Cedridor. Step outside the line and you're a red wizard.
Wizard Elrond told me about your premonitions.
He's the only tower wizard who was sympathetic. He convinced me to work on them, rather than suppress them. But that doesn't help us with the problem. We need to find out what these vortices are.
Wizard Railborn said something came through the library floor.
Through the library floor? But that means it was something from the old tower.
Then let's get down there and investigate.
Good idea. It's not going to be easy, though. Archmage Perian sealed the lower levels when he built the second tower. There's a rumor that the door can be opened using the water surge spell, but many wizards have tried casting that spell on the door and failed. It's more likely that there's a key hidden somewhere in the tower. Could you go back into the tower and find the key? I think Wizard Elrond will help us if we tell him what we're doing. You should start by talking to him.
I'll get right on it. Yeah, so that was enough information, so that's good. I always get annoyed when I have to do it multiple times. So now we just need to go back up to the third floor and speak to her master again, and he should give us information without giving us information, if you know what I mean.
What can I do for you on this glorious day, adventurer?
How can I get into the old tower?
Alas, even senior tower wizards aren't allowed into the ruins. I certainly couldn't tell the secret to a disgraced ex-wizard and an outsider, however much I might privately want to help you.
You privately want to help us?
One wonders what it is that generations of archmages have wanted to keep locked away down there. Forbidding a source of knowledge goes against the principles upon which the first tower was founded.
You do know, though.
No one except Archmage Cedridor is allowed to know the secret of entry to the ruins. Naturally, I've heard the rumors.
You mean the rumor about water surge?
Many young wizards have wasted rooms casting water surge on the door to no effect. A few, however, have speculated that the key might lie not in casting that spell, but in understanding it.
What do you mean the key lies in understanding water surge?
It was the Archmage Perian, first Archmage of the new tower, who sealed the lower levels. He had an idiosyncratic understanding of magic and its relationship to other arts. Perian had the pipe organ installed in the library, and he wrote a treatise on the relationship between magic and music.
It's such a pity you couldn't help me. Maybe I'll visit the library.
That's a good idea. I hope you find something interesting.
Alright, so what he was telling us, without telling us, if you know what I mean, is that Ariane believed that there was what's the word I'm trying to think of? I can't think of the word right now. Like, they kind of go hand in hand, I guess you could say, in lesser terms. So one of these bookshelves is going to hold the item we're looking for, and I'm going to guess it's this one. I've never been able to get it on the first try. You search for Archmage Perian's book, but it does not appear to be on this bookcase. And I get it wrong. Of course I do. What about this? You search for Archmage Perian's book, but it does not appear to be on this bookcase. You find a book entitled The Harmony of the Runes, and a book entitled The Runes of the Spells of Water. There we go. That's what I needed. So if we read the book, it will give us a lot of information. The Harmony of Runes. Ariane did write the book. So I will go ahead and flip through the pages. If you guys would like to read them, you can go ahead and pause it and read it. It is a good read. Okay, there's that one. Down here in our chat box, there's a diagram attached to the book. To view it, right-click the book and select View Diagram. Okay, so these are like notes on a keyboard. Not a keyboard. Oh my goodness. A piano. So, we do have an organ over here. Oh, that might play a factor because he did put the organ in. And then next up, we do have the runes of the spell of Wata. So here we actually have the different things. So like right here, we have water surge, which you need 10 water, 7 air, 1 blood, and 1 death, which we can see in the diagram that each element, water, air, blood, and death, are attached to a note. So what that tells us is we need to go play on the organ.
Oh, all right. If you must play the organ, at least keep to the top manual. It's quietest. Not even Archmage Cedrador could concentrate with a racket from the loud manuals.
So keep in mind, he did make a note about staying on the top because at the bottom, it's too distracting even for Arch Cedrador. So keep that in mind because that does play a factor later in the quest. Why do you even have an organ in the library?
It's been here since the tower was rebuilt. I think the first Archmage was a little eccentric in his architectural preferences.
I'm just going to click it again. You place the diagram from the books onto the organ keyboard as you sit down. So luckily, we don't have to actually go through and click on view diagram or write it down or anything. It actually tells us right here. So we need 10 B. So we have B here and B here. I don't think it really makes it too much of a difference. So we just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I believe it's 7 air, which air is A sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 blood, which is G sharp. And we need 1 death, which is G. And voila! The key was actually hidden in the organ. You take the key. So let's go back and talk to Ariane. now that we have a way into the old tower. This here is a guy who commented on one of my videos. He told me to add him, so I did, and I just noticed he logged in right now.
Have you made any progress with getting the key to the old tower?
I got the key to the ruins.
The key to the old tower? Who knows what's down there? There could be knowledge that's been lost for 100 years.
We're just going down there to find out what attacked Wizard Ariane.
I know, but while we're down there, we can at least look around. The entrance is on the east side of the island. Come on.
And with bringing up my friends list, if anybody would like to add me, feel free to do so. It is Rakir Varger, as you can see down here. If you want me to add you, just let me know in the comments and I will definitely add you and we can play sometime, because, you know, I am looking to make some friends on here and have a good time and quest together or grind together, you know, whatever the situation entails. You use your key to unlock the door.
This is amazing. We may be the first people to come down here for 100 years. This must be the Chamber of Shrines. The senior wizards used it as a meeting room, and wizards joining the tower would pledge allegiance to one of the 4 orders here. I've read about it, but I never thought I'd see it. The greatest magical innovators of Gielinor once walked this room.
Yes, it's inspiring.
I wish we could spend more time exploring the ruins. If I can, I'll stay down here after we've done what we came for.
You said there was once 4 magical orders?
The old tower was made up of wizards from all over the world, with wildly different philosophies of magic. They arranged themselves into 4 orders dedicated to different gods: blue, green, red, and grey.
Tell me about the Blue Order.
The blue wizards worshipped Saradomin, god of goodness and order. He's the most widely worshipped god in human lands. The blue wizards believed magic could be used to help people and focused on non-combat spells. They invented most of the enchantment spells in the standard spellbook we use today. After the first tower was destroyed, it was the surviving blue wizards who rebuilt it. The new tower is still a Saradominist institution, although these days a lot of wizards only pay lip service to the religion.
Tell me about the Green Order.
The green wizards worshipped Guthix, god of nature and balance. According to the druids, Guthix created the world and then entered a deep sleep. Before the rise of our current civilization, the other gods went to war with one another for control of the world. After millennia of fighting, Guthix awoke and banished them, so they could no longer intervene directly. It was a follower of Guthix who discovered the rune essence, and the green wizards were the old tower's experts on rune crafting. Their statue depicts their founder transmuting a lump of rune essence into a stack of runes.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay. Tell me about the Red Order.
The red wizards worshipped Zamorak. Most people today see Zamorak as a god of evil, but for the red wizards, he was a god of chaos, personal strength, and creativity. Legend has it that Zamorak was once mortal, but he stole the staff of a god called Armadil and used it to ascend into godhood. Their statue holds a staff in memory of that. The red wizards focused on destructive spells, especially ones involving fire. They invented most of the battle spells that made their way into today's standard spellbook.
Tell me about the Grey Order.
There are other gods besides Saradomin, Guthix, and Zamorak. The Grey Wizards were those who worshipped lesser-known gods, such as Armadil or the Menethite pantheon, or were non-religious. The Grey Wizards didn't invent many spells, but they made some of the greatest contributions to pure magical theory. Their statue's sword symbolizes a sharp mind cutting into the heart of a matter.
Okay, what should we do now?
We need to get deeper into the ruins to the source of the power beam. It looks like that rune guardian is blocking the door.
But we just need to go talk to the Rune Guardian and force him to let us through.
Wizard, you have proved yourself worthy. All that remains is to determine the order to which you will belong. Are you ready to be tested?
It thinks we're new wizards joining the tower. Originally, you wouldn't be able to get to this room without passing the entry tests.
Ariane, what is this creature?
It's a rune guardian. The secret of making them was lost when the old tower was destroyed. It must have been standing at that door for 100 years.
What does this test involve?
I will ask you a series of questions. Your answers will reveal the order to which you are best suited. If you disagree with your allocation, you may take the test again.
I'm ready to be tested. Let's do this.
The first question. You are behind in your studies due to illness, and a test is coming up. Your place at the tower is safe, but if you fail, you will lose some respect. Another apprentice offers you an opportunity to cheat.
So I'm going to answer these how I would actually do it in real life. I'm not going to cheat. But I feel like I'm not doing it because well, I do it because it's wrong, but I also do it because, you know, you wouldn't actually learn anything, and I feel like you get nothing out of it. So I'm kind of at conflict between 3 and 4. I think I'm going to go with don't cheat, as I wouldn't learn anything.
The second question. An elderly wizard, the last practitioner of a unique branch of magic, dies. Her diary might contain details about her unique magic, but her will states that the diary should be destroyed on her death.
So we can destroy the diary, but I don't think we should. I think... destroying the diary would be what she wanted, though. We're just gonna destroy the diary.
The third question. A rival wizard is spreading lies about you and has made you the laughing stock of a nearby village. They believe you are of low intelligence and poor moral character, and throw vegetables at you when you visit. What do you do?
We could challenge him to a duel, try to reason with the villagers, appeal to the wizard's better nature, or play practical jokes on him. Let's see. I think we should try to reason with the villagers and convince them he's lying.
The fourth question. You have become a senior wizard and are asked to take on an apprentice. The boy is talented but undisciplined and does not apply himself outside his areas of interest. What is your approach?
I don't think we should concentrate on his weakness, but I do think we need to challenge him, because I think, you know, you should learn from your weakness, but you also shouldn't be the only focus as your weakness, because then you can't grow your strength. So I think I'm just going to constantly challenge him, forcing him to learn discipline.
The fifth question. A senior wizard asked you to take part in a ritual that will greatly benefit the tower. Before the ritual starts, you discover that he learned part of it from a demon. The ritual appears safe, but demons are expert liars.
I would study the ritual myself, Because, you know, I'm not going to take someone's word for it. And just because there's a demon involved doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, per se. Because, I don't know, maybe we're not actually messing with the demon, we're only messing with something else. So I'm going to study the ritual, make up my own mind about its safety.
Welcome, Grey Wizard.
Oh, I guess I'm Gray. I'm not going to change my title. Well, so we can't cross here. So right here we can climb behind the statue.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, you know, I'm going to make us a bridge.
You're what? That's a statue of Eratona the Green, who negotiated the treaties with local rulers that let the wizards transport runes from the Essence Mine. You can't just push her statue down.
Sure I can. Watch me. Do you have a better idea?
Well, no, but be careful, okay? Try not to damage the statue.
How am I supposed to not damage? Oh, you're not going to damage the statue. And there we go. Now we have ourselves a bridge. A very important bridge, too.
This is it. The heart of the old tower. The central spellcasting chamber where the old wizards performed their most powerful rituals. It's amazing. I never imagined I'd see it in person.
I wish I could have seen it.
So do I. Most of the spells we used today were invented in this room. Wizards of all 4 orders cooperated for the sake of magical research. These vortices look like the one that attacked Wizard Boren. I want to find out what they are. I'll need you to attract a vortex into this circle and keep it there while I examine it.
Alright. So, we can attract any vortex, but blue is my favorite color, so I am going to attract a blue vortex. Just because. There's no rhyme or reason behind it other than that's what I want to do. So, let's see. So the hard part is not getting it to the circle, but keeping it in the circle, because you kind of have to like maintain the spells and attract it in, but not let it leave, because if you keep attacking it, it will leave the circle. Like, it's going to go that way, so you got to attack it to bring it back this way. But you don't want to keep attacking it, or else it'll constantly just want to leave. I'm just trying to keep it in the center as much as possible. Gotta like predict where it's gonna move next. Oh, it's not moving. That's perfect. Oh, wow. I'm in the perfect position already. Boom.
They're not ghosts. At first, I thought they might be ghosts, but they're soul fragments. I've heard about putting part of yourself into your work, but the old wizards literally put part of their souls into the power beam.
Why would they do that?
They must have wanted to create a very powerful magical effect. I don't know what they were trying to do, but whatever it was, it went wrong. Do you know what this is? I think this is what destroyed the first tower. I think there was an enchantment keeping the vortices here, but someone has removed it. Now, they're able to go up the beam to the new tower, and you saw the trouble they can cause.
Who might have removed the enchantment?
I can't tell, but it happened recently, within the last few days. It looks like we weren't the first people to come down here after all. I can replace the enchantment that was keeping the vortices here, but it'll take some time. While I do it, you need to go back to the new tower and delay Cedrador's casting of his Icenic Purge.
Why do I need to delay Cedrador?
The Icenic Purge floods the tower with energy, But these vortices are attracted to magic. All it'll do is draw them up into the tower and make it impossible to get rid of them. I can restore the enchantment that kept the vortices in the ruins, but I need to do it while they're still here.
How can I delay Cedrador?
I don't know, but I'm sure you can think of something. If he's casting an Icenic Purge, he'll probably be in the library on the ground floor.
Okay, I'll do that now. Alright, so now we're going to run out of here and we need to head back up to the Wizard's Tower. Now, I'm really curious as to why they made this room the first room you walk into, because this is where they held their meetings, but that means anybody could come in and out here. There's really not much privacy because it's right here at the entrance. I'm actually quite confused as to why they would do that, but I don't know. Alright, so now we need to head into here and we need to stop the Icenic Purge.
Please be quiet, adventurer. My assistant and I are casting an Icenic Purge, and we must have silence in order to concentrate.
You have to stop the Icenic Purge. Archmage Cedrador ignores you and continues casting his spell. Alright, so if you remember from before, he says he needs silence. And what breaks his silence? The organ at the lower levels. We need to play the organ to break his concentration.
Please don't do that, adventurer. The Icenic Purge is in a critical stage, and it is essential that all participants be able to concentrate. Adventurer, I must insist that you step away from that organ.
Smash on the buttons.
Break my concentration once more, and you will feel the wrath of the Grand Archmage of the Reborn Tower!
Oh, that's weird. It's like...
The purge is complete. Thank you, fellow wizards. Whatever these entities were, they could not have survived such a powerful wave of magic.
What was that little ah at the end? This is weird.
Adventurer, I suggest you leave the library and find your friend Ariane. Tell her not to worry. We have dealt with the problem without any help.
All right. I'll go tell Ariane that we have failed. But did we?
It was close, but I managed to restore the enchantment. The vortices are trapped in the ruins again. Thanks for your help, adventurer. I couldn't have done this without you.
I'm happy to help.
Well, thanks again. I found some things in the ruins you might be interested in. They're yours if you want them.
Ariane gives you 70 mind runes. Ariane gives you an air talisman. Ariane gives you a magic lamp.
I'm going to head back down to the ruins to study the vortices. I want to find out what happened to the old tower and who released the vortices from the ruins. Meet me down there if you want to help.
All right, so we have completed Rune Mysteries. So we got everything that it said. We would have gotten a rune crafting XP. Oh, we did get runecrafting XP. Okay. Looks like we actually got 2 levels, so that's awesome. But yeah, we got 1 quest point, 2 treasure hunter keys, 4 wizard titles, because I believe it gives you all 4 orders, the blue, red, gray, and green. Which I won't be using because I like Dawn. Dawn just seems so much cooler. There's our levels right there. Alright, and that is actually going to be it. And now we are going to head on over. Sorry, I got distracted. I saw his message pop up. We are going to head on over to the montage, so let's hit it. Next time, since we officially reached 50 magic, I think we're going to do something other than combat. I'm thinking about doing some mining and smithing. That is one of my favorite skills in the game, and with the rework it, I just love it even so much more. I think that's what we're going to do next time. And so what we're going to do now is we are going to see how much money we made. Now, the eggs and chicken actually haven't sold. So the money that we're getting is solely from just my shop runs and all that, so it's not going to be too big of a difference. But we are at 12,754,416, so we are still making really good progress. And when we come back, we will have sold the eggs as well as the raw chicken, and hopefully we will be sitting on some good chunk of change. I want to thank you all for watching, and be sure to tune in next time.